Starting with LinkedIn is easy. You just go to the LinkedIn website and follow the wizard. To be able to start using the platform, all you need to provide is your name and an email address. Wait with importing your contacts to LinkedIn until you completed your profile. As I said, your profile or your personal LinkedIn page is a continuation of your personal brand. The one you show in daily life and that you make an image of in your resume. LinkedIn offers the opportunity to strengthen this image by allowing you to add more personal and in-depth information. Whereas in a resume you can debate whether or not to include a picture, it is nearly mandatory for your LinkedIn profile. Make sure that if you are about to use this platform, that you have an authentic professional picture to add to your profile. Your profile will be your digital business card and you would want people to recognize you. For starters, let's take a closer look at this profile. On the right-hand side, there's a button called Me. If you press it, you will find all the different possibilities to establish your personal brand. Start by adding an original background picture that triggers the attention and that tells a bit about yourself. It can have a connection to your current position, employer, or field of interest. It should entice visitors to read about who you are. Your profile picture will add to this. If you want, you can even add a cover story. That's a short video where you tell a bit about yourself. Take the time to explore all the possibilities of your profile and to add where necessary. Start with your introduction. Whenever you see a pencil, you can add information. Choose a headline that describes you professionally. You can add profile sections in this segment and LinkedIn will guide you through the different possibilities. Have your resume handy to help you fill out the different segments. It will also ensure congruence between resume and LinkedIn. An important added value of LinkedIn is the possibility to show more of your professional identity than what is possible in your resume. Especially the fields featured and about are ideal to do this. About, well, this explains itself. This is a segment where you give an extended description of your professional identity. Try to steer clear of platitudes and please refrain from talking about yourself in the third person. Talk about your way of working and what an employer can expect. What are you passionate about? What are your accomplishments? And what are the things people can contact you for? If you want to share some of your research papers or articles, the segment Featured is where you can go. You can upload work samples so your skills become even more demonstrable. A clear overview of your professional experience is of course of the essence. Once you start filling this out, LinkedIn will guide you through it. The education part has the same structure. Make sure when filling out the name of your schools or employers to use the correct name. It will allow LinkedIn to propose the correct logos. You can add your licenses and certifications in detail and in some cases even the credentials. All your volunteering activities can also be added. Special attention should go to the segments Skills and Recommendations. They are made to interact with others on LinkedIn. Skills allow you to categorize your skills. Put those that are most important toward a future job on top. Colleagues and other connections on LinkedIn will be offered the possibility to endorse those skills for you and to assess the level of proficiency. As with all elements on LinkedIn, you are in complete control of what you want to show to others and what not. The importance of recommendations cannot be underestimated. I notice a lot of people only asking for recommendations once they decide to leave a company or when they have already left. Naturally, this makes it more difficult to ask colleagues or managers for a recommendation or a reference. To me, this field is dynamic. It gives you the possibility to write references for people you worked with and of whom you think they deserve to be recommended for their work. They can choose in their turn to do the same for you. On the one side, it is a bit like a digital letter of reference. It is certainly an option to ask your former manager to put his reference for you on LinkedIn. On the other side, I see this segment more like a professional trip advisor. We've become a society that is driven more by peer reviews than by what hotels or companies tell about themselves. The same goes for LinkedIn. If there is a clear congruence between what you tell about yourself and what other people tell about you, this will lend more credibility to your profile and your digital brand. My recommendation to you would be that if people tell you face to face that they appreciate your work, to ask them in that instance to recommend you on LinkedIn. If they end up doing it, don't be shy and return the favor. Important to know when completing your profile, especially when you use LinkedIn as a tool to get noticed by recruiters, is that LinkedIn is governed by an algorithm. Recruiters that use the paying version of the platform can use keywords to search for future employees or valid candidates. Just like with your resume, it is important to add these technical keywords to your profile. Use the segments experience or about to add these words to your profile. As with Google or Facebook, the algorithm will give more or less visibility to posts and results based on certain parameters. Logically, people using the platform often and in different ways will be rewarded with a greater visibility. For a beginning LinkedIn user, this means, first and foremost, to have a completed profile. Interact with people and provide with original and visual content to get the best results. LinkedIn aspires to be more than a collection of resumes. It is first and foremost a networking tool. It does not replace your existing network, but contributes to it. Start by adding people to your network that you already know in your current professional setting. A big advantage I find is that once you've added these people, you can always contact them and are able to follow up on their professional activities. Once you've added your basic network to LinkedIn, you will notice that people will start sending you connection requests. Connect to people with whom you share common ground, similar professional interests, the same employer, you name it. Don't be afraid to send a message with your connection request. I would advise against connecting with people whom you share no common ground with. Once your network starts growing, you can keep in touch with people by looking at your feed. The digital stream of posts will give you insights as to what your connections are professionally interested in. There are different ways to interact with people within your network, but also with people outside of it. A first and easy way to interact is to thank people for sharing an interesting post. A simple thumbs up works miracles. You are not only thanking this person, you are also helping this post get more visibility. Likes and comments add weight to the post, and the algorithm rewards this by giving it more visibility. You could also choose to write a comment below the post. Think before you write though. Is it true, helpful, inspiring, necessary or kind? These guidelines We'll make sure that your comments contribute in a positive way to the discussion. A third way is to share a good post with your own network. Put an extra layer on top of the post to create a bigger impact. What is this post about? Why are you sharing this? What do you find inspiring in this post? This extra layer will give your connections an insight as to why they would enjoy reading this post. Next to sharing existing content, LinkedIn offers the possibility to add new content to the platform. We are talking writing your own posts and article. If you are not quite sure how to start with this, try to collect posts that you like and that inspire you. You can do this by saving them. Just press the three dots in the right hand corner of the post, or you like the post and it will appear in the activity feed on your profile. To finish this session, let me summarize what we talked about. Start with your profile. Bring a clear story about who you are and what you stand for. Have a professional, authentic picture and a catchy headline. Talk about your values and qualities. Share work samples. Remember to use keywords. Fill out your experience and education in detail. Ask for recommendations and provide an extensive list of skills. Look for information on your field of expertise. Connect to the people you know and the people you find interesting. Dare to like posts and provide positive comments. Share information with your network that you find interesting. Help others.